Hello and welcome to this video and to my channel. In this video, I'm going to do an interview with Joseph Park, the manager of Bybit Exchange. Welcome to this interview.
Hey, Andrea, thanks for having me today.
Welcome. It's a pleasure. So we met recently to a blockchain summit in Dubai at GTEx, and I saw a few things about Bybit Exchange, and I was interested in it. And I asked you to have an interview. You accept my invitation. I'm very happy to share this exchange to my audience because I think it's one of the top exchanges and the options that I can share now with my audience. And you're offering a lot of options, good options that people are looking right now to trade, and very good customer support. So I would like to share this exchange to my audience as well.
Sure, man. Sure. I'm very glad that I'm here today with you.
Thank you. So just to remind to my audience that we are doing daily analysis and update on the market and the cryptocurrency exchanges and so many things. So if you want to learn every day about cryptocurrencies, analysis, and many more tools about the crypto space, make sure you subscribe to my channel and also like this video so you see more content in the future. And so yeah, let's start now with the Bybit. So I would like you to share with our audience what is Bybit in a few words, and what is offering right now to anyone, like anywhere in the world.
Sure. So for basically Bybit is a crypto exchange whereby users can come to Bybit and sell and buy cryptocurrency. But of course, that's just a spot market. We offer so many other products, such as if you're a trader who wants to use leverage to trade, we have futures contract, we have perpetual contract, and we have option coming up next month. And besides that, we also have Launchpad and Launchpool. What Launchpad and Launchpool means is Launchpad is where you can buy cryptocurrency before it gets listed anywhere. So let's say, like, yeah, for example, like an extreme example, let's say Bitcoin, when Bitcoin is coming out for the first time in the market, right? Bitcoin version 3, let's say, and it's $10 when it gets listed. But during IDO at Launchpad, you can get it for even $10 or even $1 or even 1 cent. So
and the IDO, just want to remind to my audience that the IDO is actually cryptocurrencies, which are in the baby steps, in the first stages. And they are like before they are going out in the market public. And people can participate on this because I have a lot of people from my channel, from my audience, who are looking for crypto projects before they go to the market and before they expand, before they 10x, to join the early stages. So probably this is one of the best places for people to find projects.
Exactly. Yes. I think if you're coming into crypto, of course, looking for a golden gem coin is a good idea. But at the same time, you should definitely get involved in getting the token before it goes public, because that's where you can really multiply your investments. Yeah. So yeah, Bybit offers Launchpad where you can buy these coins. And then at the same time, we have a Launchpool. It's a place where you can stake your coins, like any lucrative coin you have, or like major those big market cap coins, right? You can stake those tokens.
Yeah. I saw the SANDBOX that you're offering 50% staking reward. I was like, wow. I didn't see it. Check other exchanges. I was impressed.
Yeah, I mean, right now all the SANDBOX, all these metaverse games and cryptocurrencies are really booming. So we know that many users wants to come to Bybit to list it, so we just decided to do it.
Wow. And 50% staking reward for SANDBOX, I think it's really impressive.
Yes, I agree.
And when there is so many new projects that are starting now in the market, and so many scams as well. So how do you filter the projects that are going on your platform? Like, does there's any check on that? Like, it's a team who looks at the projects before you list any IDO on your exchange?
Right. Oh, when it comes to IDO, it's extremely tricky. Like, we're extremely strict. The team must be good. And usually when you look at IDO projects, you need to look at not just the project, but who are invested in the project, right? So we have a team that is specifically looking for this and making sure that only a good project will be listed on Bybit. And it's either really good project or a good project that has very good setup, like a very good ground, so that like it's not a scam and the chance of rock pull of the token is very low and things like that. So that's one thing we look for. When it comes to direct coin listing, it's the same thing. For me personally, I believe that an exchange should have as many tokens as possible. But for Bybit, we really make sure that if the coin is coming to Bybit, we must have good liquidity. So we don't want to have a candle week, because at the end of the day, if there's a candle week, one whale can just come to Bybit, take the liquidity up, and just make all the retail users lose money. And we don't want that.
Yeah.
So
and I think this is happening to other exchanges.
Sorry?
I think this is happening to other exchanges.
Yes. I cannot mention the names of other exchanges, but this happens a lot. So for Bybit, we really make sure that all the coins that comes to Bybit is backed by good market makers that can provide liquidity. At the same time, we also want to make sure that the coin project itself is good, so that users don't come to Bybit, get rock pulled by the project founders. So yes, it's a very, very strict system that we have when it comes to listing.
What kind of products and services you offer, like spot trading and futures, you said?
Oh yes, so so sorry, I didn't finish that part, right?
Yeah.
So we do provide spot. We do provide derivative products. Under derivatives, there are 3 different types. We have futures, perpetual contract, at the same time options. Options will be coming up next.
Okay, cool.
And then launchpad and launchpool. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Cool. That's okay. And your exchange, Bybit, where is based? How much time it's in the space of crypto? The Bybit Exchange, and a few numbers about this exchange we would like to know.
So we are licensed with Seychelles. At the same time, since we are a crypto exchange, they offer products to globally. We have clients coming everywhere. Therefore, we have offices everywhere. Right now, I'm currently in Singapore, and some of my colleagues and most of us are right now in Singapore as well. But we have offices everywhere, which I cannot really mention the names, the list of the countries, because there are so many, right? But the team has been growing exponentially, very, very fast, mainly because crypto market has been growing fast as well. In terms of volume, yes, Bybit is one of the top 3 exchange in terms of trading volume. And our daily average is about 10 billion in trading volume.
10 billion?
Yes.
Wow.
Of course, this depends on the market state, but on average, it's about 10 billion. When the market is really running high and there's a lot of volume, it can go up to like 30 to 40 billion. So it really, really depends.
Wow. So it's in the top 3 to 5 exchanges right now in the world.
Yes. For derivative, we are known as the top 3 because we are really good at, we don't have issues on the platform. Like for example, when the Bitcoin was at 66K, and then it was dropping to $30,000. During that time, some of the exchanges had system issues, because so many people are going into the exchange to sell their tokens.
Even people sue them.
Yeah, exactly. So like system will freeze, people cannot log in, they cannot sell their crypto, so they're losing money and things like that. Bybit was one of the only, I cannot say the only, but one of the only exchange that didn't have any of these issues. So we are known for our derivative part and the system stability. And we are fairly new in the spot market, but we are slowly acquiring as many users as possible for the spot, because people love our customer support system. So
what's the difference of your customer support with other exchanges? Because the customer support, it's an important issue here.
Right. I cannot make a direct comparison, but for Bybit, we really focus on customer support. If users comes to Bybit, they can usually get a response within 45 seconds. From live agent. At the same time, of course, during the peak time, it can go up to 2 to 3 minutes, but we try to keep it less than 45 seconds.
Yeah. Wow. Because I see, like in the other exchanges, I experience myself, and also I'm receiving every single day messages from my audience saying that they have a small technical issue that with the email or with a letter on their name or something, and they take days and weeks and they give up. Like so many people, they give up and they are like stuck there with transactions, and there is really not customer support, not live chat. They sometimes for some companies, some exchanges, but doesn't work. And you may take answer after a few weeks, for example, like the biggest exchanges who are making billions of dollars. And it's an important issue there to know that any problem, you're going to find the solution there. And
exactly.
I mean, for 2 minutes, like it's a very logic, time.
Normally it's about 45 seconds.
Like even 2 minutes.
Yes, exactly. For main reason why Bybit really focus on our customer support is because crypto market itself is fairly new, and for new people coming into crypto, and then for them to buy a cryptocurrency and put it on an exchange, it's a lot of fear there, right? So we don't want users to feel like, oh, I put the money, I don't know where my money is, I don't know anything about crypto. We want to make sure that users, when they come to Bybit, they're not just using our products, but they get educated by our customer support team. So that's one thing that we want to do. At the same time, we really put the users first, because for example, there are many occasions whereby users lose money because of system error. It happens.
Yeah, definitely. It happens to crypto.com. Like, it's true. I have received messages from. I'm not trying like to black PR them, but it's true. I'm receiving messages from my people that they sometimes there was not enough liquidity on the cryptos they buy, and they see the price in the exchange like for 21. It was for Cadena, for example. They sold 21, and they sold they sold for $18. It was like, what the hell? And that's because it was because of the liquidity. I was like, what?
Yes. Yeah, liquidity based. I'm sure does your audience know the term liquidity fully well, or if not, I can explain.
I don't think so. Yeah, I think it will be helpful.
Yeah, so basically, let's say you're a user who goes to an exchange and you want to sell, for example, 10 Bitcoin worth into USDT, into a stable coin. So there needs to have enough liquidity whereby enough people willing to sell it to you, willing to buy your Bitcoin, your 10 Bitcoin, so that you can receive the whole amount in USDT, right? But if there's not enough people willing to sell at specific price you want, for example, like $60,000 per Bitcoin, and let's say the first person who is willing to buy at $60,000, the second person who can fill your position is willing to buy at $50,000. So there is this gigantic gap, and that's when that happens. So people come in, okay, I want to sell my crypto, and then there's not enough liquidity, not enough sellers. So what happens is price will just suddenly jump down 20%, 30%. One of the major exchange even had a Bitcoin drop from $50-something thousand to $8,000.
I think it was, it was in US. It was crazy. I heard
that. Yes, I cannot mention the name, but it's crazy, like this kind of liquidity. And the thing is, it happens on almost all exchanges. It's a lie if the exchange say it doesn't happen. Even on Bybit, it happened once, but it's the occurrence of when it happens, like how many times it happens, and what the exchange does after it happens, right? So until now, Bybit has been the only exchange that does full compensation when the users lose money because of candle wicks. We call this candle wick event, whereby the price suddenly jumps down 20 or like 10%, 5%, and all the users will lose money. So we are very transparent. It wasn't Bybit's fault as well. It was one of the market maker who was providing this liquidity. He got hacked. They got hacked, and then the hacker removed the liquidity so that he can be benefited. So on Bybit, so Bybit was innocent, and then some of the users got affected. But we were very transparent. We just announced it on our Twitter that we will be fully compensating everyone. So those are the times when I'm very proud that to announce that to all my friends and family that I work in Bybit,
Wow,
so
that's really impressive.
I really enjoy this company working here.
That's really impressive. And when the company takes responsibility for its customers and these things, because there's always going to be problems. The biggest exchanges they get also a few times hacked, and it's you cannot promise that there's not going to be ever a problem. No company, no one in the world can make promise that one. But if a company is there fully, it's really organized and takes responsibility for these issues, it's important it's very good for the clients.
Even for security, Bybit has never been hacked. And compared to any other exchanges, our security expenses are usually double what the other exchanges are spending. So we really focus on our security, cyber security.
If you have so good customer support, like you respond so fast, etc., it means that you have also a lot of employees. I don't know how much are, but there should be a lot of people there working the backstage. Huh?
Right. So when I first joined Bybit, I cannot mention the exact numbers, but I was one of the first few. And ever since I joined, I believe the company has grown more than 10 to 15 times in terms of number of employees. Yes.
Wow.
So
and with millions of customers around the world, really, then it's
Since we have millions of customers, we really need to address them. So we really hire like big CS team, customer support team. At the same time, we have a lot of like developers working on the back end to make sure products are stable and everything. So we really try to touch everything. So yeah, it's growing fast, man. It's really growing fast.
That's impressive. And your exchange is on the top, as I think we mentioned already, that it's in the top of the exchanges right now, 3 to 5 exchanges on the market, $10 billion per day. And I was impressive that you give also high staking rewards on cryptocurrencies like SANDBOX. So how somebody can trade on in which ways can trade on the platform? Like, okay, there is futures and spot, but I mean, how? With crypto, with fiat, deposits, withdrawals, how this process works on the Bybit?
Okay, so right now we are working on from fiat directly to crypto, whereby users can do a bank transfer. It's not in place yet, but we're working on it. In the meantime, users can buy cryptocurrency on Bybit using credit card. But I understand that credit card is usually very expensive if you're using it to buy cryptocurrency on a centralized exchange. So for Bybit, we really focus on our partnerships. So like, for example, on a monthly basis, there's always at least one credit card service provider, like on Bybit, who can, they charge 0 fees when you use them. So yeah, so until to the point that Bybit can offer like a direct bank transfer for them to acquire crypto, our users can now use credit card to do a direct purchase. Yes,
that's cool. That's good. And also with the crypto as well, and so I know there's some fees for the credit cards, but still people would like to do it anyway because they're investing, they're expecting more, benefits. But also when you are when you're gonna have that options with a free charge, then definitely a lot of people will choose it because it's going to be even more attractive compared with other platforms.
Yes, that is true.
And some they get really like high fees, like 5%, and like, no way, why so much?
Exactly. Credit cards are usually expensive, but for me personally, I think it is best if the users can get educated in what is the most what is the best way to buy a cryptocurrency within your country. Because every country has different ways to buy the cryptocurrency in the cheapest manner, right? So if the users can see that, instead of buying cryptocurrency on a centralized exchange, paying expensive fees, it is best if the users can do either OTC or like peer-to-peer. It really depends. But there are, I believe, different many ways that users can explore within your country.
Perfect. And you're operating globally, right?
Yes, we operate globally. There are specific countries we don't accept the clients from because of regulatory issues. But but we operate globally, and most of the users who comes to Bybit, they're from everywhere, like Asia, European countries, Western side. It doesn't matter. So, and we have like a 11 language local market team, whereby even the customer support, if you come to Bybit, they can choose the language, and then we will have a specific person who speaks that local language addressing you. So like, yes, it's very good. You come to Bybit, you can even choose your own language, and it's very, we operate globally.
Can we give any discount to our audience to start with Bybit Exchange?
Of course, man, of course. I mean, we had really good connection when we met in Dubai, right? So I wish you could have joined us for more time because we had
we still
yes. But yeah, definitely we will arrange something special for the users coming to us from your community. So yeah, we will discuss something, we will arrange, we will send you all the details. I'm pretty sure your users will like it very much. Yes.
Perfect. And we will put the details below the video so they can see, and like kind of discount or bonus or something, it will be in the description after that one. Okay, perfect. All right. So I think we learned a lot today about Bybit and the basic things that most of the people want to know. Definitely, there's all the information on the website, everything that people would like to know as well. And to my audience now that they can anytime comment below this video, and I will help you with any question that you may have. And for you, as last thing, I would like to say you to say anything that you want to share more with our audience. Just feel free to give any data that you would like.
Oh man, that is such an open-ended question. Okay, so maybe one of the tips that I can give, because many people are new to crypto, and if you're someone new, you do not know exactly how to make the money, right? So if you want to make as much money as possible with minimal risk, what I personally recommend is, let's say your capital is on the lower end, you can focus on doing IDOs, because that's where you can easily multiply your asset 5 to 10 times, right? Of course, there's always a risk, but it's a very minimal risk, and the risk might be like this, but the potential return you're getting is much higher, right? So it's always risk to return. So get into IDO, and then if you're someone who has let's say significantly higher capital, then you can look for very stable staking. So that's one option. Staking means basically you put in X amount of cryptocurrency, and then we will the project will give X percentage back. And it's usually very good. Like banks will now give, it depends on which country you're from. Some banks give like 0.5%, 0.05%. It really depends. Certain countries give up to 3%. Right?
I mean, 0.5% to 1, like the bank doesn't give nothing. Like it's really nothing.
Right. You're basically losing money from inflation. Right.
Yeah. And me personally, I don't keep anything as fiat currency. Just a few things like for basic, maybe the expenses of the month or something. But personally, I don't keep anything in my bank account. As fiat currency, no, everything in crypto. Even like stable coins.
You must be very wealthy in a few years' time, Andrew.
Maybe. I'm going that way.
Yeah. So in cryptocurrency, you can stake, and some projects give you 50%, 20%, even 100%. Of course, there are some very risky cryptocurrencies that give you like few thousand%. Do your own research, very risky, but it's definitely better than what bank offers. And of course, there's a chance that, so this is what you can do if you are moderately high amount capital investor. And now the next stage is, let's say you are someone who is very technical and you're someone very, very good at trading, at the same time understanding the risk to return ratio. Then what you can do is you can start looking at arbitrage opportunity. Okay,
I want to thank you, man, and really enjoyed this interview with you as well. And I'm pretty sure that also my audience would like this, the exchange and all the information that we say as well in this video. And just to remind to my audience again, like this video and subscribe to my channel for daily content as well. And maybe we'll see you another interview as well in the future.
Yeah, man. Or maybe we will meet in person. Who knows?
Yeah, again. Okay, man. Thank you very much. And speak to you soon again. Bye-bye.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. Have a good one today.